here. This is going to be the priority here for the side of Kingdom Esports. Now, no Ling. Remember, assassins here. Fanny, IHSA, Ling. So, EVOS, they're looking out for this guy here. So, you're an assassin player here. Better much ban all these assassins right now.
Okay, so no Hayabusa and no Ling. But there is still a Hanzo, okay?
Okay.
So that could be the possible last pick, but we pick up a Fasa. So a lot of area denial, a lot of zone denial, AoE in this context, but okay, at least a combo is something that we see here. We know that for sure it is a 1-1 Franco combo that they are looking out for. But now the question begs, what's that Kimmy for? You don't have a lot of strong AoE. Even if you do land the traction pulse, there's not much that you can play around with. You're kind of forced up that Baxia into the jungle. I actually don't really like AZ's lineup here.
Yeah, but this Franco pick, I think they are prioritizing to shut down EVOS. So Franco has one of the longest crowd control single target skill in this game, and now without, because I mentioned a while ago in the game one, we've seen that one. EVOS is taking control really on that heavy aggression, but with this Franco right now is mine. I think Kingdom Esports should really think and pick their own battles here in this execution against AZ.
Would that be enough?
That's
though,
the question.
With a Lancelot that just zips up, zooms all across the map, all around the battlefield, will the Franco even be able to walk right into the Lancelot and just bloody hunt him? That's my question. In theory, you will want to hook someone, bloody hunt them, and then give free 3 weakness points broken for the 1-1, and that will proceed into some craziness in the late stages. But early game is my problem. How exactly are they supposed to stop the kind of damage potential coming in from both the Lancelot and the Fasa?
Yeah, true. I think Kingdom Esports, when it comes to damage department here, they do have the advantage. Even here, Bear, against the side here of the Phobius, can really shines here on this situation. But so far, if you ask me, damage, can they be mitigated with this lineup? Heavy tanky lineup though for the side of Absolute Zero, especially non here on the jungle. Baxia can take a lot of damage himself, but this Rapidot on Franco, his heal shots should be 100% be there in order for them to go for the pickoff.
So right off the bat, we do have got a small little invasions coming in from both of the junglers, but that is going to be very small. It's not going to do anything. But EVOS is already at level 4. Nani is also at level 4, but we do have to realize that Absolute Zero, they don't have got any way to really deal a lot of damage. Nan immediately just put himself the shield unity on the FMM. Not quite enough of damage, but as you can see, the Phantom Execution dealt a decent amount over to Nan. They're both still alive. FMM even picked up and of course used the Revitalize to keep him alive.
There you go. I think this is what we had mentioned, right? Nan on the jungler Baxia. He can take a lot of damage, so EVOS needs a lot of optimizations in order for him to go for the pick-off play that Kingdom Esports want to. But time and time again, Absolute Zero, they have the skills to do this every time. Their cooldowns is not that much of a concern there for the side of Absolute Zero. Now they are going to take this turtle this time around.
Okay, so how's that gonna look like? We do have Melon as well as Barrett already at level 4. Vendetta and Bougie. Okay, we need Bougie to get his traction pulse, and only until then we will have a very good idea how a team fight is gonna look like. Now, level 5 onto this Lancelot, as now we do have got one person is just going to be locked right down. Melon being the one taken down. In the meantime, Blitz is also going to be possessing onto a single person. But Vendetta somehow managed to follow through when it comes down to Infernal Pursuit. Brings down the Lancelot. And now we've got Absolute Zero that is in a very good spot. Somehow getting 2 kills. So they do have the damage after all.
Yeah, and on the side of Absolute Zero, not only the damage mitigation as well. No casualties here for the side of Absolute Zero. And Kingdom Esports now feeling the heat here in the early stage of the game. We mentioned, right, Abstract, that the damage here is really indeed on the side of Kingdom Esports, but the defense for Absolute Zero is there as well. So basically, best defense is your best offense here.
Yeah, so it's kind of similar as though Absolute Zero, they have got the survivability to outlast the damage from Kingdom Esports themselves to make them not too afraid. So the longer longer that they drag onto a fight, the better it would be for Salas and technically for Vendetta too.
You know what?
What's that noise sound, man?
I think it's emote or something.
I don't see the emote. That's the problem. Stop it.
Here the bot side though. I think we've seen that Absolute Zero relies on Rapidot's Flicker and Bloody Hunt here. And then they go for a 4v5 situation once the pickoff is successful. But YANZZ,
small little invasion, takes the purple buff for himself. Fuji lands the traction pulse, but luckily we have EVOS that managed to dash himself away from all of that danger. But none is coming in with the shield unity. I don't think they can catch up in time. Oh, good iframe. But now EVOS slowly walks himself away and he's gonna be A-OK. None being caught in the midst of all of that while Vendetta going in for the Infernal Pursuit, trying to slam as much damage as possible. None being the one that will go down throughout this entire battle, and they're trying to scrape for a little bit more losses to the side of Kingdom Esports, allowing them to get a 1-for-1 trade between the jungler and the EXP lane. Sorry, the roamer.
yeah, that was a forced chase there for the side of Absolute Zero, and fortunately for them, they did take out Maltese.
And now 1-for-1 trade between the jungler, between the gold laner and the roamer. This is a very good trade.
Yeah, indeed. This is bad for Kingdom Esports on the other hand, with the two players down already. It is going to be an open turtle here for Absolute Zero to take. And look at how Absolute Zero controlling this area right now. Vendetta alone has the vision, has the zone, and none of the Kingdom Esports will go in for it.
Looks like I failed to realize the amount of damage that Absolute Zero can very potentially pick up onto the side of Kingdom Esports, but mid stages of the game, that's where FMM and Bear would definitely get their tanky items, and Absolute Zero would find it a little bit tougher to work with. But fortunately, both FMM and Bear also thrives onto healing factors, as well as healing factors from the split as well as revitalize. So at least having the Tortoise's Passons coming from none,
correct,
that is going to be a very good answer to all of those.
And plus the chase as well. We've seen so far that Shield Unity has the capability to have that chasing factor against Kingdom Esports. So far right now, Absolute Zero here, compared to the game one, they have now being the aggressors here against Kingdom Esports. They're everywhere. Rapidot doesn't have yet the flicker, but will they go for the pickup here?
This Shield Unity is gonna land right on top of the Lancelot, the Traction Pulse as well. Phantom Execution himself right out of there, leaving Bear all alone against 4 members. This is technically, in some sense, an Ue because they are constantly just together, always playing as 4-man, 5-man, whatever it is, because, well, Ube literally means ultimate bonding experience. Playing as 5, that's exactly what Absolute Zero is doing, even though they do not have an Estes or any form of support or heal.
Well, ENC having a hard time here, but they're trying to defend!
What was that?
I didn't expect him to actually force his Garakacha to go for the defense.
Right?
Then again, Nan is here.
Protection Pulse lands. But otherwise, it is also going to be the defended aspect that's going to be popped, only for Vendetta to come in to immediately pop him out of the defended airstrike.
And now I have doubted FMM on that situation. Nan did the same thing as well. Sacrifice his life. I don't know if it's worth it here for Absolute Zero, but then again, they have secured the top target here on the top side. And now Kingdom Esports still feeling the heat against Absolute Zero.
So slowly but surely, Absolute Zero is taking all of these turrets.
Oh,
and
there you go.
Man, just casually just walks in onto EVOS as he's locked in the animation when it comes down to the Taunt Rose. Oh, man.
There you go. Absolute Zero composition really shuts down YANZZ. YANZZ here on how he dominates the game one is now falling off here in this game too. So many counters here with the composition coming in from Absolute Zero. No breathing space for that Lancelot. Now, Kingdom Esports got really no damage whatsoever because YANZZ having a difficult time to scale his Lancelot here. Look at the optimizations we have seen so far. War Axe still being secured on the other hand here for the Baksha. Now has the Radiant Arbor secured just in case. Melon here going for the Feather Airstrike.
Oh, it's rough for the Lancelot. 0-3-1. I guess the Lancelot is not exactly that great of a pick coming in here because there's just so much tanky units from the side of Absolute Zero where he can't deal and you can't get any kills at all. So we're starting to see the weakness of the lineup, especially since one of the win condition in the early stages is to play around the Lancelot.
Yeah, and now there's been shut down here. Abstract, Absolute Zero right now. Salas is at this moment giving free farm, while the rest of Absolute Zero just roaming across the map here, not giving any inch ground here for the side of Kingdom Esports. Now going to go for a push here on the bot side. Remember on that game 1, under 8 minutes, no target takedowns here against Absolute Zero. But this time around, it's a switcheroo we're seeing here.
As none is looking for an opportunity onto Kingdom Esports, but this is just what Buxia normally does, right? Just shield unity, crash onto one person. If it is not going to go well, just casually walk out. Kingdom Esports doesn't have too much lockdowns as well, as they play around FMM as well as Bear for most of these lockdown instances.
This is where Absolute Zero really shines here. Team fight heavy, plus cutting off this cross-map plays for the side of Kingdom Esports. And Kingdom Esports trying to defend here.
Immediately, Bear is just going to be flickering right in. He does have the split, just going to be working onto Bougie as he brings him down immediately. Bear, however, is just going to be right in the eyes of Salas. And now he's going to go down. It is a 2-for-1 trade thus far. Kingdom Esports have got the better part of that trade.
That's the best you can take here if you're on the side of Kingdom Esports, but so many resources has been taken there for the side of Kingdom Esports. We're in Absolute Zero, even though they have the number, they don't have the numbers advantage going for the Lord this time around. Look at this one. Bear initiating the team fight here with a spread and grab. And Melon, despite having the free, of course, feathered airstrike on the box lines, it's just not easy for them to pick off Nan. With that first item of that Radiant Armor, is just enough for him to negate that magic damage.
Okay, that's just even more annoying. That's even more annoying. All these emotes, man. But regardless, Absolute Zero now is just going to be putting himself right in the face of Kingdom Esports. Unfortunately, defensive execution did not land on anything, but it's just going to be clearing out the waste. For the meantime, FMN just going to be caught by when it comes down to the eye and the hook, as well as the Bloody Hunt. He pops out to the Revitalize, hoping that he'll be able to stay alive a little while longer, but unfortunately, that's going to be a crossbow attack coming from Salas, pushes the rest of Kingdom Esports away.
Wow, incredible damage right there, dishing out, coming in from the side of Salas, and they're not stopping here with the Lord pushing through on the top side. Siege continues here.
With the charge going in, but in the meantime, it's going to be a quick little push coming in from Vendetta. He may have went down, but they managed to survive, or rather, they managed to extend the health of the Lord for as long as possible, putting down the turret to lower than 50% HP, and everywhere else have also lost their holy defense. Salas surviving throughout the entire onslaught even.
Wow, I was concerned for him there, but he still managed to dance his way out there, Salas. And with the pressure going on here against the side of Kingdom Esports, they still managed to defend though. But no Holy Shields right now, pretty much available here for the side of Kingdom. This is now the advantage for Absolute Zero to actually control the game here, continue this aggression against Kingdom Esports.
So moving on forward, Kingdom Esports wants to reclaim their lands. The good thing is they haven't lost a single one of their inhibitor turrets. So keep it as it is. Quick little stun onto Bear. Melon even popped off the feathered airstrike, but ended it prematurely as he believed that Absolute Zero is going to run right into his face.
Yeah, 66 seconds until the Lord will spawn here in the game. Meanwhile, Absolute Zero will still continue to control and prove their dominance here in the Land of Dawn. Kingdom Esports, you see itemizations here for the Lancelot. He has the Hunter Strike and War Axe. Wherein, hold it up.
Oh, the Bloody Hunt on the FMM brings it down immediately. Vendetta with the Inverted Pursuit, almost bringing Bear down, but never mind. He did go down in the end of the day. While for now, Jens with the Thorn Rolls, iframe to get himself well enough. But Melon with, of course, Wings by Wings, allowing him to get away too. Malik TZ down to a sliver. He survives, but at what cost? As they have lost the middle and the bottom lane inhibitor turrets.
Two inhibitor turrets gone here. Kingdom Esports right now still trying themselves to survive in that heavy siege. 15 seconds until the next Lord. Rapidot will respawn in time as well. So this Lord right now is very important here for Absolute Zero to seal the deal and actually go for the push. But then again, here in this 30-minute mark, Kingdom Esports, if they are going to win one big team fight here, they have a chance to go for the comeback at this situation. But the question is, will they go for this contest in the Blitz though? This is very risky, but I guess they are going to give it away.
They have to, right? EVOS is only at level 14,
Yeah.
and that will be too big of a risk to dive in and steal the Lord away from Absolute Zero. Especially since EVOS is probably having the lowest amount of morale because of the fact that he's currently 0-3. So he's got no kills. He's got no way of playing this game at all. He can, of course, puncture in, and that's pretty much the end of his day.
Okay, this is one of the advantages of having Farsa in your composition. You have the high ground advantage with that feathered airstrike. But remember here, 14-minute mark, no tar takedowns against Absolute Zero. Meanwhile, Kingdom Esports is on the verge of defense here with the siege upcoming.
I'm waiting for the Fraction Pulse from the side of Bougie, but it's not really charging that up just yet. Kingdom Esports did manage to hold on to the Lord for a pretty effective amount of time, but hold on a second, is that Immortality just going to be popped right in, while E is just going to go in with a puncture as well as Storm Rose, but he's dealing no damage at all! Bougie, all by himself, he pushes the rest of Kingdom Esports away. We even have got a double kill for the start of Bougie getting a kill down onto Bear.
Oh.
It's a 1-for-3 trade, no, 2-for-3 trade at this point in time, but Salas is still alive. He's almost getting a little bit more, but EVOS! He found himself right back as he managed to pop the Immortality for a rapid dude, but the Iron Hook lands right on top of Melon, keeps him in place, allowing Salas to get himself the kill.
Wow, and how we've seen this game dominating fashion here for Absolute Zero is just a big switch